Tonight, at the Gaylord Family Oklahoma Memorial Stadium, the Sooners are set to open another season on Owen Field. A top 25 showdown coming up, two of college football's premier teams preparing to duke it out right here on this field. As we'll see, the number 12 team in the country, the Kentucky Wildcats, taking on the 9th-ranked team in the land, the Oklahoma Sooners. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Kentucky about to kick off to get things underway. From inside his own 15, looking for a crevice. Couldn't find a way to... Open field as he stopped at the 25. The offense set for a first down play. To the ground with the back. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wide receiver now comes in motion. They'll leave it with him. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. You know, Oklahoma's DNA is being tough. They have a whole drill about being tough named after them, the Oklahoma drill, and they won that one.
Yeah, and we've seen that kind of come and go some throughout the years, but it started with serious physicality back in the day.
Flying down the left side. Past the 10. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Oklahoma! They strike first, and that opening drive of the season could not have gone better. And the extra point makes it 7-0. These guys set all of these goals for the season. Then to come out and say, here we are, this is how it is. That was impressive.
And Reese, we thought this offense could be very potent this season. And they've got some skilled players, and they've got some dudes that are going to scare opposing defenses. Defenses out there for the rest of this season better take notice. I know this game is early, but you can see the talent they have on offense.
He's going to pass. They're working that left side. Turns it on in midfield. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. They'll try the run. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
You know, you start day one of training camp running your base runs. You need a few yards, you run these plays. You need a first down, you run these plays. You rep them over and over and over again. They're not sexy, they're not pretty, but in the end, they're effective, and they get you that new set of downs when you need them.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Delivers the contact. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a first and goal from the 10.
I think throughout the week in practice, when they were game planning their opening script, I don't even know if they envisioned it going as well as it has. This has been beautiful. Nice balance, really nice rhythm. It feels like everything they're dialing up here on their first drive of the game is working to perfection.
Got some room, entered to the goal line. And they get him down. Kentucky right back to the line. He'll run it to the right here and try to get it into the end zone. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. You can hear yourself think on third. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Kentucky!
And they just keep feeding it to their workhorse back to open this game. Great job in the open field. He's got tremendous vision. He can make people miss. You saw all of that on display here in the opening drive.
And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. Oh, he's going to take a chance and bring it out. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive. And he'll be knocked down at the 2-yard line.
This is a tough part of the field. You want to try to create some space and give yourself an opportunity not to throw out of your own end zone. They didn't hold up in protection. They give up the sack, but thank goodness they didn't give up a safety.
After the big first down sack for the D, it's second down. They'll go to the ground. He's loose at the 15.
That's a nice run. This guy has it all, doesn't he? He has speed, he has shiftiness, and he has power. The power reminds me of an old, great Sooner running back, Marcus Dupree. Arguably one of the most gifted runners college football has ever seen. A guy that didn't quite pan out at the NFL level because of injuries. This dude has it in him, though, and I'm sure he's reminding a lot of people in the stadium right now of good old Marcus Dupree.
And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
You know, as a quarterback, you believe in your matchup. And my running back, if I can get him the ball in space, he's going to win a lot of times. He did in that time. The defense was ready. Nice job in the open field making the nice tackle.
That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience. He bounced that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Goes to the option. Now the pitch. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
Now, 4th down.
And the Sooners will send out the punt unit. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
Listen, we all want to get to the quarterback and get sacks, but when you realize the quarterback's going to throw the football right away, you just try to get your hands in the air, get a deflection, make him throw around you. Great job by the defensive end.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. It's complete. Oh, look out. And he'll take it in. They couldn't get him on the ground. Touchdown, Kentucky.
And that's 3 touchdowns in 2 games. Just continuing to find the end zone, continuing to make plays. This guy is on pace for a great season. He's put the college football world on notice.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Oh, he's going to go for the return. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. They'll throw it on 1st down. Fires to the big fella. Makes the stop at the 29-yard line, but not before he gets 15 on that play.
With the score, Kentucky 14, Oklahoma 7.
1st down to start the drive after the break. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. Moving out of the pocket. Unleashes one. And he fires a dirt ball. Man, oh man, would he like to have that pass back. This offense has a 2nd down play. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. That is just a sideline credit. Throw, catch, toe drag, everything you want. The Sooners come to the line with a new set of downs. Give to the fullback. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
And the fullbacks, usually are typically there to block, right? Those are the big, strong guys that usually lead the way for the running back. But occasionally you slip it to them, and you probably don't do it too much and don't make a living off it. But when you get a nice little chunk like this, maybe you find another way to give him the football.
He's brought down at the 41-yard line. It's a pickup of 5 and enough for a 1st down.
Think about when you hit those guys on the move, man. He's already flying so fast, and I got to adjust my angle as a DB and make sure I keep outside contained, and it's a really easy play to run to get positive yards, especially in a situation like that when you're looking for the 1st down. You run that play, you get it. Nice, easy breezy.
And the offensive coordinator here is really trying to stay aggressive and take a shot. Obviously, the offense couldn't click on that one, but if I'm this offense, I'm continuing to stay aggressive. Keep the foot down on the gas pedal.
And how about the keen eyes and sharp awareness from the coach to challenge that call, and the officials agree it'll go his way. Inside the 15, 1st and 10 from the 14. Use the play fake, now to throw. Going for 6. Throw to the end zone, it's picked off. And the senior just took that one out of the air and sends it the other way.
When you get in the red zone, you can see as a defense, you get into your drops really quickly and you get your eyes on the quarterback and you try to read his eyes and break on the football. It's such tight windows to throw in. Great job by the defender breaking on the ball, creating the interception.
They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Buys a little time with his feet. Now he's looking into the middle. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Really nice job by the defense. Understand, that QB starts to roll out to his right. I got to continue to play the deep pass down the field. I can't just run up and try to go tackle him. Nice coverage down the field, which led to the incompletion.
And he's almost to that 1st down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the 1st down. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain.
And that's all you want, right? You want that 1st down, understand the situation, understand I got to get north and south, get a 1st down, get a new set of downs.
They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. The give to the tailback. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Now on the option. Nice job to keep it himself, find the first down marker, and move the change for this offense. The Wildcats are on the move. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know, when you're handing off to your fullback, oftentimes these guys need some space to work so they can build up a head of steam and get the speed going, but that guy didn't have anywhere to go on that one.
On second down, he'll fire. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Caught in the backfield, it's Marshall. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down.
That's perfectly fine. If I'm a defense, I'm going to give up some yards right there. Play deep, react to shallow. The running back catches the football. I come up. He gets a positive gain, but it doesn't matter because now I won third down and forced him on fourth down.
Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. It's fourth down now, and this likely the final snap before the 2-minute warning. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He'll try to do it himself. And he picks up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit. And the Wildcats will snap it on 1st and 10. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with the first down at the 31. Kentucky going quickly. To the ground. He's got it again.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting them drive off the ball on first down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
Leaves it with the running back. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
There's a live football. Oh, it looks as if the defense got it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
I'll tell you, honestly, I don't know what that player could have done to hold on to that football. That defender absolutely popped him. He knocked him into next week. There was no chance he was holding on to that ball.
Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there in the red zone, David. This drive, the QB and receivers just have to do a better job being on the same page.
Yeah, and I think you pull the positives, right? We moved the football down the field. We had a chance to score, but we can't let those opportunities slip between our hands. Let's go get some points.
Going up top on first down. He slings it deep to the left. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
He'll get rid of it. Got his man downfield. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. Little touch pass to the receiver. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. The hurry up now, second down, clock ticking. Fast motion from the offense. Quick pass on the fly motion. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Just on the edge of the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 21. Looking to move it through the air. Moving away from pressure. Trying to make magic on the scramble. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
And that's a really good job by this defense, because remember, when the quarterback runs, now you got an extra blocker, because he's not just handing it off and standing there, and they still did a good job at the point of attack, kind of strung it along and made him run out of bounds.
And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep. A 3rd and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback tried to scramble around for a while, but the defense able to bring him down.
And that's why everybody in college football is trying to recruit athletes like this to play the 4-3 defensive end position. You can find guys that can stop the run at defensive end, but how many are excellent pass rushers? How many have all the tools in their toolbox like this guy does? Not many.
Well, look at this. 4th down and 1.5 miles, and the offense is still on the field. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Now he's going to break the pocket. He fires it out to the right. To the end zone, and it's picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. On the ground, it's Marshall. Good vision and determination there to find his way up to the 23. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. Kickoff and kickoff return teams on the field, and we're just about ready to go in the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
You know, as an offense, when you're trying to complete these tunnel screens, you're going to have to be able to negotiate some of these defenders near the line of scrimmage. They're all looking to swat it away. Good job by the defense there.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got his man across the middle. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
Ooh, and that's a nice sigh of relief for the defense, too, right? There was a broken tackle. The guy made it look like he was going to pick up the first, but because of great effort defensively, they were able to get the stop, and now they're setting up 4th down.
The offense in its own end, still needing a couple of yards for the first down, but they'll stay out there and go for it on 4th. And he'll have to check his feelings after that lick, but he did get the first down. Kentucky right back to the line. In their own territory, but completely undaunted as they go for it and make it. Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Wildcats.
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the second level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear, with his speed, he was gone.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. Just got a little casual with it and blew the extra point. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. Boise State looks like a legit contender right now. That offense is just having its way. They're up by 17 over Baylor. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Here comes the Oklahoma offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win it, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Spits it out to the back. And he throws another interception. His 3rd one of the night. What a nice play on the pick. Didn't find much running room. They'll let it slide. They've got it at the 29. The offense lining up for a first down play. They'll give it to the back. Able to pick up a couple down to the 27.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. D showing blitz. They might be bluffing. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long, different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
And it's picked off. Trying to take it back. And the ball's loose. Picks up the ball and tries to make something of it.
I got to tell you, man, I'm impressed. Not with the throw, not with the decision, but how the offense flew around after the interception, getting to the ball, David, and creating that fumble.
And I think the QB breathing a big sigh of relief. You thought you made a game-changing pick, but how about flying to the football, like you said, making the tackle, getting the football out, recovering it, and, you know, getting a first down. That's how you do it.
Well, the good news is he did a nice job reading the coverage. He knew exactly where to go with the football that time. Just a little bit too much on that pass. You wonder if that's just nerves. He's got to settle himself down a little bit.
Now on 2nd down. The give to the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And there was no space, nowhere to go. That play went absolutely nowhere.
Sometimes you just need a dude to show up and make a play, and he did.
Sometimes you just need to block that dude, and they didn't.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
3rd and long situation, we're bringing an extra DB on the field, and we're telling our front guys to pin your ears back and go get the QB, and they get the job done.
Kentucky will be forced to punt. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. No return possible on this one. It goes out of bounds, and they'll mark it right around the 30-yard line. Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Quarterback alone in the backfield, 5 wide on 2nd and 14. The defense going to stop the clock with the timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Offense gets set for 2nd down. He's looking to throw. He fires a bullet to the right. And man, oh man, he is in the dark tonight. His 4th interception. The sudden change on the turnover, and man, he was looking for running room. Couldn't find that, but they'll have it at the 22. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
Yeah, and there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football, make your plays, put a good drive together here.
They ran it on 1st down, now on 2nd. That one did not go well. Tackled in the backfield for a loss of 6. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Finds his man. It's Marshall. They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the 1st down. Now they've got a 4th and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to yell at their television set, why aren't you getting past the 1st down marker? Why did you run your route short? Defense did a good job knowing where that was, but now 4th down, offense has to make a decision.
Running for it on 4th down. At the 45, on his way. Nothing but green ahead. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Wildcats.
Man, I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that. And he can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners when he kicked it in gear and got the long touchdown.
He's going to be stopped short of the goal line. The 2-point attempt is no good as they are unable to extend the lead. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field to score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I'd have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
After the quarterback and receiver couldn't connect, it's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Fires left. Wide open downfield. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
Really nice job threading the needle on that pass. They've had a lot of dudes that were able to do that in Norman, Oklahoma. Josh Heupel, Jason White, Sam Bradford, Baker Mayfield, Kyler Murray, Jalen Hurts. The names go on and on and on. Hurting you in the passing game with their vision, with their accuracy. This guy, I tell you, he fits right in this Oklahoma offense.
And this passing game has them calling Boomer and answering Sooner again.
And they're starting to get this crowd jacked up and this crowd riled up. And listen, they love their team. And, dude, think about all the success Oklahoma has had over the years. Different cast of characters. But one thing they always have, offensive success.
They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. He wants to throw. He's got an open man. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run. And this guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
To the air on first down. Throws to the back. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the fourth.
Back to the air one more time. This time he's got it.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm there.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down. The Sooners racing to the line in a hurry-up. He's looking to throw it. Quickly complete. And that will go backwards. A negative play, and that defense on high alert that time.
Brings up second down.
After losing a couple of yards, it's now 2nd and 12 as they try to keep this drive moving. He's looking to throw. Pocket starts to collapse. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
This quarterback has been under duress all game long. He's one of the best in the country, and he's used to having his way. He's the one who's used to dictating to opposing defenses, but that has not been the case in this game. Here we are late. He's still under pressure, taking a sack there.
On the run, fires downfield. Got a man in the middle. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
Man, and that's just making it way too easy on the defense. They're laughing at that short throw. They're like, really? Okay, we'll just make an easy tackle and jog our punt return team out on the field. You're going to make it that easy for us.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown Sooner. Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
They'll run it. He's not quite going to get there, and the try for two fails, and they are unable to cut into this lead any further. They still have work to do, trailing by 2 possessions here in the fourth. They'll line up for the onside kick. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it. Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you've played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
The jet sweep pass. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football. And you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Going to take a shot. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down.
And that is a frustrating possession for this offense. You wanted to run the football, maybe take some time. You did the opposite. Got in a bad situation, threw the football, stopped the clock. Not how you manage a game late in the fourth quarter.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. No fair catches here, looking for room. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. The Sooner offense returns to the field. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
It was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
Wants to throw on first down. Fires one high and deep. Touchdown, Oklahoma! What a grab and go for the score. On to attempt the try. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Memphis needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with this crowd there in Bluff City behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. They're trailing by 13 to Northern Illinois. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final.
Well, this offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. The give, and tick, 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 tick. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And not a surprise by this offense, right? This is a game management type situation. I want to run the football. I want to run the clock. The clock is my friend with the lead. Late in the fourth quarter, inside of a minute, I'm going to keep this ground game going and make you have to look at that clock continue to tick.
And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the first down. He was really bothered by those 2 picks he threw in that loss last week, but he's been much more comfortable, much more certain in this one.
He had the one blunder, the one mistake that he probably wishes he could have back, but did a great job rebounding from that. And listen, having that short-term memory, being able to lead, it is critical.
Touchdown, Kentucky! And they take it in for 6 more points.
That is exactly what you want your offense to do. You want it to eat clock, but if you score, go up by 2 possessions, nail, meet, coffin, great execution by this offense to put this game away.
Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. Firing to the right, complete. He's into the end zone for the 2 and extends the lead. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He's going to try his luck from the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. He'll come out throwing on first down. He's taking the deep shot. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. They created a lot of breathing room with that first play of the drive, now first down from the 39. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. They'll throw it on first down. He's taking a deep shot late in the game.
You know, I feel for this offense, if they're going to get back in the game, I don't know if they're going to be able to do it with chunk plays. They're going to... and generate some first downs and march down the field.
Second down after that incompletion. Quarterback checking off. On second down, looking again to throw. He wants a big play here late. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
Time is not on their side right now. They can't afford too many more incompletions like that. They need to come up with some connections, and they've got to score points. They've got to get this passing game going now.
Boy, guys, they got off to a great start with that big first play on this drive, but now a couple of incompletions leaves them in a hole. A deep throw as the clock winds down. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
Well, this offense has a ton of work left ahead of them here in this 2-minute situation late in the game, but the drive off to a good start. You get the first down, you get out of bounds, you work in the perimeter of the field. That is exactly.
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. It's as if that ball had a magnet going back to the offense. How in the world did they keep it? The drive continues after that fumble scare sent the offensive coordinator's blood pressure into orbit. On second down, just keeps firing. Throws toward the end zone. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
Well, the defense hasn't been able to stop this guy all game long, so the offense is going to keep trying to take shots. They thought they had the matchup they wanted, but they're going to force this defense to prove they can stop him. And the defense finally came up with a play.
Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And the pass goes incomplete, looking to make things look a little tighter on the scoreboard, but that's going to do it. They get a big win here and start the season on a positive note.
You got to love that as the players. You come out, you have so much anticipation coming into the season, finally getting ready to play in front of a live audience. You're able to come out and execute and get this win under your belt. David, couldn't be a better way to start the year.
And for the losing team, obviously, it's a little bit different. You have something to look at now to analyze where to